Uranus is a giant planet in our solar system. It is the seventh planet from the Sun and is unique in many ways. Unlike the rocky planets closer to the Sun, Uranus is classified as an ice giant. This means it has a different composition and structure compared to gas giants like Jupiter and Saturn. It's an ice giant, which means it's made mostly of ice and gas. The planet's atmosphere is composed primarily of hydrogen and helium, but it also contains water, ammonia, and methane ices. These ices give Uranus its characteristic blue-green color, which is due to the absorption of red light by methane in the upper atmosphere. Uranus is very far from the Sun, much farther than Earth. It orbits the Sun at an average distance of about 1.8 billion miles, or 2.9 billion kilometers. This vast distance places Uranus in the outer regions of our solar system, along with Neptune, the other ice giant. It's so far that sunlight takes almost 3 hours to reach it. To be precise, it takes about 2 hours and 40 minutes for light from the Sun to travel to Uranus. This means that when we observe Uranus, we are actually seeing it as it was nearly 3 hours ago. Because of this distance, Uranus is a very cold world. The planet receives only a fraction of the sunlight that Earth does, resulting in extremely low temperatures. The frigid environment of Uranus is one of the most inhospitable in our solar system. The average temperature on Uranus is about -371 degrees Fahrenheit, or -224 degrees Celsius, making it one of the coldest planets in our solar system. These temperatures are so low that the gases in the atmosphere can condense into ices, contributing to the planet's unique composition. Unlike Earth, which has one moon, Uranus has many moons and a faint ring system. Uranus has 27 known moons, each with its own unique characteristics. The planet's ring system, while not as prominent as Saturn's, consists of 13 distinct rings made up of dark particles that are difficult to observe from Earth. Uranus was discovered in 1781 by William Herschel, making it the first planet to be discovered using a telescope. Herschel initially thought he had found a comet, but further observations confirmed it was a new planet. This discovery expanded our understanding of the solar system and marked a significant milestone in the history of astronomy. Before that, people didn't even know Uranus existed. The planet was too faint to be seen with the naked eye and had been overlooked by ancient astronomers. Its discovery opened up new possibilities for exploring the outer reaches of our solar system and inspired future generations of astronomers to continue the search for new worlds. One of the most unique things about Uranus is that it's tilted on its side. Unlike any other planet in our solar system, Uranus has an axial tilt of about 98 degrees. This means it essentially rolls around the Sun on its side, presenting a fascinating and unusual orientation. Imagine a top spinning on a table. That's kind of how Uranus orbits the Sun. This unusual tilt gives Uranus a very different kind of rotation compared to other planets. While most planets spin like a basketball on a finger, Uranus spins more like a rolling ball. Scientists believe a long time ago, something massive may have collided with Uranus, knocking it over. This colossal impact could have been with a protoplanet or a large celestial body, drastically altering its orientation. The event must have been cataclysmic, forever changing the way Uranus moves through space. This tilt means that Uranus has very extreme seasons. Unlike Earth, where seasons change relatively quickly, Uranus experiences prolonged periods of extreme weather. Each season on Uranus lasts about 21 Earth years, making its climate cycles incredibly long and intense. Each pole on Uranus experiences 42 years of constant sunlight followed by 42 years of darkness. This means that for nearly half a century, one pole basks in continuous daylight while the other is plunged into an extended night. The transition between these periods is gradual but dramatic. It's hard to imagine what it would be like to live on a planet with seasons like that. The extreme conditions would pose significant challenges for any form of life. The long periods of light and darkness would affect everything from temperature to weather patterns, making it a harsh environment for survival. Scientists continue to study Uranus to understand more about its unique characteristics and the potential for life in such an extreme setting. Uranus has a very thick atmosphere, but it's not like the air we breathe on Earth. The air on Uranus is composed of gases that are quite different from the nitrogen and oxygen mix we are used to. It's mostly made up of hydrogen and helium, with a bit of methane. This unique combination of gases creates an environment that is both fascinating and hostile. This methane gives Uranus its distinct blue-green color. The methane absorbs red light from the sun and reflects blue and green light, which is why we see this beautiful hue when we look at the planet. The atmosphere is also home to powerful storms and winds that can reach speeds of up to 560 miles per hour or 900 kilometers per hour. These winds are some of the fastest in our solar system, making Uranus a planet of extreme weather. These storms can grow larger than the entire Earth. Imagine a storm so vast that it could cover our entire planet. The sheer scale of these storms is mind-boggling. It's hard to imagine anything surviving in such a harsh and turbulent environment. The extreme cold, combined with the violent storms and high-speed winds, creates conditions that are incredibly inhospitable. Any spacecraft or probe sent to Uranus would need to be specially designed to withstand these brutal conditions. The study of Uranus helps scientists understand more about the dynamics of planetary atmospheres and the potential for extreme weather on other planets. Despite its harsh environment, Uranus continues to captivate astronomers and space enthusiasts alike with its unique characteristics and the mysteries it holds. Like Saturn, Uranus has rings, but they're much fainter and harder to see. These rings are made up of ice and dust particles, some as small as grains of sand, others as large as houses. Scientists believe these rings might be the remains of a moon or other object that was torn apart by Uranus's gravity a long time ago. While not as spectacular as Saturn's rings, the rings of Uranus are still a fascinating feature and provide clues about the planet's past. Section 5. The Uranian Family. Uranus has a large family of moons, 27 that we know of. They're named after characters from the works of William Shakespeare and Alexander Pope. Some of the largest and most interesting moons of Uranus include Titania, Oberon, Ariel, Umbriel, and Miranda. Each moon is unique and has its own story to tell. Learning more about these moons can help us understand how planetary systems form and evolve. Section 6. Miranda, a moon with a story. Miranda is one of Uranus's most intriguing moons. It's covered in strange features like giant canyons, cliffs, and grooves. Some scientists believe that Miranda might have been shattered into pieces in the past and then reassembled by gravity, creating its unusual patchwork surface. Miranda's unique appearance makes it a fascinating target for future exploration and study. Section 7. Mysteries in the Deep. While we've learned a lot about Uranus, there are still many mysteries that intrigue scientists. For example, we don't fully understand what lies beneath its thick atmosphere. Some scientists believe there might be a vast ocean of water and ammonia deep within Uranus. We also don't know why Uranus is so much colder than it should be, given its distance from the Sun. These are just some of the questions that keep scientists exploring and studying this distant world. Section 8. Exploring the Unknown. Only one spacecraft, Voyager 2, has ever flown past Uranus. It happened back in 1986, and it gave us our first close-up glimpses of this distant giant. But there is still so much more to learn. Scientists are hoping to send new missions to Uranus in the future to study its atmosphere, moons, and rings in much greater detail. These missions could help us unlock many of the secrets that Uranus holds. Section 9. Uranus and our place in space. Studying Uranus is not just about understanding this one planet. It's about understanding the formation and evolution of our entire solar system. By learning about the ice giants like Uranus, we can gain insights into the processes that shaped our own planet and the other worlds around us. We are part of a vast and complex universe, and every new discovery brings us closer to understanding our place within it. Section 10. A World of Wonder. Uranus is a truly alien world, vastly different from our own. Its extreme tilt, frigid temperatures, strange moons, and faint rings make it a captivating target for exploration and study. As we continue to explore the cosmos, planets like Uranus remind us of the incredible diversity of worlds that exist beyond our own and the endless wonders waiting to be discovered.